Hello everyone, welcome back to SirMeerkatGaming, and today I am back playing Wreckfest. Now, this game has been reworked over the last couple of months, has had a couple of updates, and I've seen on my Steam account that actually this game was being updated, and there's been a huge update in December that they even launched a survey for people to fill in about the update on what we think about the game. So I think it is worth revisiting it, see what's going on, and then obviously fill in the survey to see what we think. So, first of all, delivery on the new cars is actually quite fun. So this is what they're aiming at now. This is a new European 1 livery system, and all of them, not here, the liveries are different. In all honesty, a lot better looking. I quite enjoy it. I like it a lot. It's vastly approved. I like what they're aiming at. And as usual, the interiors are really well done, so nothing new here. The other thing I want to show is that actually I haven't bought anything, but there are at least 2 new cars, I think. So the European 3 is the one that we had that was absolutely rubbish, and then there's the American 4 and American 2. You're now a proud owner of 1. Okay, and this one, and I think they actually, well, I don't have enough credits anyway. So this is the whoa, this is huge. Okay, this is the American 4. I like the fender in the front. This is the American 4. Stat-wise, there's no stats. I don't think I'm going to change any car parts. I'm just going to go with that. Oh, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong place. So 186 performance points, 290 brake horsepower, and 1500 kilos. That's not too bad with 5 gears and rear wheel drive. And then this is the other American 2, which we can compare with the other American cars. They're all the same longish style. Less rusty, I would say. This one looks like it's already taken quite a beating, and these ones seem like they need to go on track for a bit longer. So we'll just go with 1. What's wrong? Oh, I need a crew. We'll take the burger specialists into this one, and we'll just go on to a race. Now, there's new tracks as well that I've noticed so far. There's mixed 4 and 5, and I don't think that there is any new tracks apart from these 2. But apparently on the mixed 5, there is a free route system. So that will be quite interesting. So I'm going to do is, because I got 2 new cars and a couple of races to revisit, because I think they've worked pretty much everything. Like the sandpit has been all worked around, and I think they also want us to know how the car is behaving. I'm going to do tracks, but I'm just going to do 1 lap each and then decide what we're going to do. Right, so this is a track. So first instance is I think the game has changed on its performance, and I've tried it out. Jesus, this is so excruciating loud. Sorry. Oh, we're off. Performance-wise, it seems to have improved generally. Even on the specs that I've been playing, it's been around above 50 frames, which on my computer is not too bad. Now, generally speaking, the driving is very different. They made it a bit more arcadey-like, so the car doesn't behave as erratically as it did before, so it is a whole lot easier to actually drift around corners. It's a whole lot easier to actually drive around and make the game a bit more fair, as in before, as I remember quite well, every crash was a bit of a disaster because you never knew where the hell you're going to end. Plus the other cars were a bit of a mess as well, because you got hit by one of them and you would end up in the middle of anywhere. Okay, this is already an issue. Come on. There's only 1 lap I need to do. There's 2 routes as well, so I'm curious to do the 2 routes because I've done this one already. But I don't know about memory, but it's a fairly decent track. And as you will see here with the handbrake, it's a lot easier to actually maintain the drift. While before, it was impossible, pretty much. He really would have to struggle with the throttle. And to think about a game that actually is based on wrecking other cars, one could argue how much fun could that be. And I'm still playing on easy. I think they also reworked the AI. So I'm gonna go with a different style. Oh, I like this one. And this one. Okay, we'll go with that one. And I'm actually not going to change much because I'd like to know how the car is on his baseline. We're going to go on a lap 2 and just one lap, and then we'll do a free route to see how it feels. Okay, we're ready. Also to mention is what they've also mentioned on the reworked physics is, oh god, no, we're turning right. Okay, sorry, I don't know this track now. Ouch. The physics have been improved to the point that actually it doesn't, when the car is used to, well, roll, it would be an infinite amount of spinning and rolling around with literally no ending, and the car would look like it's just been hit at 200 miles an hour when it technically hasn't. So I'm curious to see if that really happens. I had a couple of bangs and crashes all over the place. And it did indeed seem a bit more, I want to say realistic, but it's not as much as realistic. It's more like the car doesn't behave erratically. It's the only thing I can think about is it doesn't behave erratically. The car actually behaves reasonably well. This track is a whole lot shorter. So how does the free track work? Because this was like, what, a minute and 15. Minute 12. There was a lot more crashing, but I felt this track a lot shorter. So I'm curious to see how is the free track going to be. This is an interesting concept. I like this. Is this going to be like all hell breaks loose and we'll hope for the best? Because that sure seems like it. Regarding the AI, apparently the AI has been reworked as well. So a lot of the braking and hitting and this all out confusion doesn't seem to happen as much. They now brake on time majority of the times. They don't just stop behind. So that, I think this is all things that I've seen that are going in the right direction. Okay. So it's not all the track. Oh god. Underneath. Oh, I can't go underneath. That's very unfair, isn't it? Okay, can I? No, I can't. That's fine. I'm in place. Oh god. Should have picked the other route. Why this much? Is that because this track is a lot shorter? Okay. I'm brake. Go, 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 go. Very slow. Okay. So AI, I think, is difficult to judge. I think it's just on a general big picture. What's it going to be like? I really like the idea of the... oh no, the finish was actually quite on the back. I really like the idea of the free route. I think this is a good concept. I'm just going to do it again because I want to go on the upper hand and see how different it is. And then I'll have the other cars visiting the other tracks. They mentioned a lot about the all the gravel, tarmac. Well, pretty much all the surfaces have been reworked again to try and improve grip in a general way. I'm just curious to see how that is going to change. Because I think, and this is generally thinking about the survey that they did, I think this game is really heading in the right direction. Now the question is, and I understand that that's part of the survey, is this game becoming too arcadey and therefore losing its fun, or is it going to be coming back to a simulation? Oh, I didn't know that we were crossover. I like that. Sorry, coming back to where I was. Or is this coming back to a normal crash banger racing car game where, well, it's all nothing and your car just might just misbehave? You never know. I think this car, the game now is actually a lot more predictable in terms of handling. Okay, now we're going to check the American 2 again as Scratch. What with all the graffitis and stuff? So they got one paint style. I don't know if they've actually changed anything else. I think, yeah, everything else is still the same. So it's just the European one that had a new livery system, and they are changing into that. So that's what they're aiming for. This one has got more brake horsepower. Same weight maybe. So actually, it should technically be a bit better. Maybe. Also, a lot of one of the questions in the game on the survey is, do we like the crew management and braking parts? I do. I think. I mean, you're crashing your car all over the place. There's only so much crashing that you can take, isn't it? Alright, let me just go on to the sandpit. I think it's 1 or 2. Let me double check. Right, let's see how sandpit 2. I think this is the one that has reworked art. I think that's what they mentioned. So I don't know if it has changed that much. And actually, I'll go for 3 laps in... Oh, so the driving difficulty just changes this. I think... Does the AI change? No? I'm going to do it to normal. No, I'm going to go with Class B. I think that's the AI set, so that's fine. Weather... Oh, well, there's only 2 of them. 3 laps, 23 opponents. And go with 3 laps and see if with driving difficulty we put in normal... Is that going to change? Because that probably is my fault. I think the game is too easy. Okay, here we are. I think the floor looks different. It does. Now the thing is, I remember when the game was first launched that the track was very, very unpredictable. And I think that was what made the game really fun as well. So you never really knew when a jump would come in and when it wouldn't be. I still don't know how to actually, well, start quicker than them. Do I have to wait till green and then hit the floor maybe? You're gone. Okay, ow. The game's a lot brighter as well. Maybe it's just me. Oh god. Okay. Now, can we actually finish this track? I remember pretty damn well that I couldn't finish off a track, and ever since this update's been launched, I finished all of them. As in literally all of them. I have not had an issue finishing off a track, turning, making corners, whatever. Ooh, god. Which, in a way makes me think, was I blaming the AI, or should I be blaming myself that I wasn't playing properly? Can you? Please! Could you move? Why is he braking? See, this is what I don't get. You should just accelerate, you dick. Sorry. I lost a bit of my mind there. Oh, no. Okay. The handling is not as easy as I said it was. Oh my god. Thank you. So you do enjoy the game a lot more if you actually change the game into normal. Now, and this, what I just did here, well, I lost a lot of speed. This would be unforgiving previously. So that's something. I think the game is generally just heading the right way. Honestly, I think, and to be fair with them, they are asking the community a lot of things. They're asking the community what we would like to see. They're asking the community, is the game going the right way? And I think they've also just written down that they've signed up either a contract, partnership or something, and they've expanded their team so actually they can start working around the game. Now, I'll be honest, and you'll probably... I don't know if I'm going to put it through the survey, but the only reason why I'm not back in this game more often is the lack of careering. So, I don't even know if careering is a word, but because the game hasn't got a career, it's just like, it's just the driving, and I'm not saying the driving is not fun, it is, but challenge-wise, There needs to be a challenge. There needs to be a main goal. There needs to be a final objective. There needs to be a purpose. Despite just racing. Making money in the game right now is just too easy. Sorry. I'm not really, but fine. Can I do this now properly? No, not yet. There isn't a full purpose on the game yet, and therefore, did I just cut a corner and the game didn't like me? Oh, for fuck's sake. Yes, he didn't like me. As I was saying, it just needs a purpose. It just needs, like, oh, you have to achieve this. You have to do this amount of tracks and use this amount of cars. And if you have, I don't even need the game to have a full blown on career, but I think if you put like challenges are stuff that I love in these games. Like these games that I think any, when you start a game and you would have like, oh, you're starting off, can I get back up? There we go. I had to get on the other side. Right, just imagine that you just rejoin the track. Yeah, this would be a fun challenge. You rejoin the track after a huge crash with somebody, and you have to pick up from like last to qualify to a final. And you have to drive really, really well, because like now, I did really bad thanks to this crash, but generally speaking, sometimes I'm just letting it crash, and okay, so one of these accidents would just send the car flying to infinite and beyond. So I think that's better. We finish in 20 seconds, and I don't know why it gets so funny after it finishes. Anyway, challenges and career. I think those would be two huge steps in the game. And I believe, honestly believe, that that would make people come back to the game more oftenly. I do love it. I love coming back to it and checking the updates, checking the new tracks. But there's only so much fun that you can have on it. I'm just going to go on Mixed 4. Mixed 4 is... And I'm actually going to go on extra hard, or hard. I'm going to go on hard. I'm going to go on Mixed 4 because Mixed 4 looks more like just a project of a track. It's not really complete, but it gives you a general idea of what the track's going to be like when it's complete. Okay, so this is why I just did a one lap. The map hasn't even got now it hasn't got anything. I think it feels like you're driving on tarmac, like those running tarmacs on the side of the football fields. But it gives you a good picture, I think, of what the track can be like. Everything, I think, is still pretty much flat. There's a rock. That's all. This car is impossible to drive right now. No, 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 no. And I'm gone. Right, why are you like this? Okay. So, if you take off the traction control, the car just gets pretty much impossible to drive, and that poor fellow in you. Look at this! Seriously, I just accelerated a bit and the car just turned left. I didn't do anything else. Right. Okay. I wasn't ready for this. I don't even think people had a general idea of the track, to be honest. But I can't even drive straight, so that was a complete fail. And everybody's driving on A, which is also good. Anyway, I'm right in the middle. So, one last thing I want to mention before finishing in this episode and finishing the video on this track is one of the questions on the survey is about tracks. Do we like custom-made tracks with interesting stuff, or do we actually like real tracks? Now, this is my personal opinion as well. I like tracks made by the developers, and for a good reason. Is, for example, those crossroads. I don't see that doable in real life. I don't imagine someone approving a crossroad where you can get T-boned at 80 miles per hour or 140 kilometers an hour, whichever language you use. The thing is, this is impossible to drive. I can't drive this like this. It might just be the car that's too small to have a rear-wheel drive engine. I'm not sure. But I do much rather have custom-made tracks because you can implement side jumps, shortcuts, whatever you want to call, whatever your imagination lets you put. You can do that with a custom-made track that you can't do on a real track. So I think the game would benefit from having more custom-made tracks. You don't need as much realism because, come on, this is a game about having funny physics and crashing cars into each other until you actually reach the finish line and hoping that you didn't die in the process. Why do you need real tracks? I don't get it. But I do understand people might enjoy it if there are, if you have seen Crash Banker courses and stuff like that. Then it is good fun, but you're not going to put a T-bone crossroad where you can die just because you went at 80 miles per hour on that crossroad and you didn't think for a chance that someone can come on the left-hand side or the right-hand side or in the front. So you can do that in the game, and I think we should do that in the games because that's where we can do this kind of stuff without actually being crucified. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm really happy that the developers are investing a lot on this game, and apparently there's going to be monthly updates, which I'm looking forward to. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye!